Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Miami Dolphins. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi, everyone. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4.
Pittsburgh.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Shoot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers on the ground last week for Balaj. 9 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Here we go. Ken Lobo.
Hey, let's go.
Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. Now, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. A 9-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Set. 18 Gator.
Go, go, go.
Now.
And an alley to run. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
5, 2.
Looking to throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Dropped at the 35, able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
70 Indy.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to take off with it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
I'm here all day. Tight end left, tight end left. We got 3, we got it. Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Hey, high 7. Get it.
Back to throw. Able to locate Wilson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll come out in the pistol. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. We've seen this already from him in this game. Second time he's into the end zone with a rushing touchdown. So the head coach is going to have a meeting with the owner this week. You know why?
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Snap.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball in the option, but not there. I mean, you just saw exactly why many old NFL coaches would say, don't use your quarterback in the running game.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
And that's another big-time run. And it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
60 or. Topper! It's a safety creep. Get it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Allen Hurns, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that.
You ready?
Check, 59, 59. Here we go, D, get off the field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready.
57, Mike 57. It's a party now. It's a party now.
61, match box now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
30 base.
Here we go. Check, crouch.
80 weapon.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. The Dolphins on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. Completes it to Hearns. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
22 jet bomber.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards, the final tally.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it now out of the gun. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Greystone, travel. Hey, Delta. Go.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Perry comes flying in for the sack.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
5.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go, here we go. 8, read. Let's get it.
Let's go.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Got it.
51 to mine.
X3, 218, chopper.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Hit it.
He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final.
Break.
951. Guys, it's game situation.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Dolphins, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.